pirate's life for me. Hey everyone, today I've got your Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales movie review. Captain Jack is back on another swashbuckling adventure, but this time he has to face an old enemy sought out to claim Poseidon's trident that can control the entire ocean. As far as the story goes, this is the 5th installment in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and let's just say after the 3rd movie, it slowly started to go down a hill. I mean, that could be disagreed with and argued with, because I was a fan of the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I love Johnny Depp's portrayal as the lead character, and I feel like he's really made it into his own type of role, putting himself in every single one of these movies. He is the definite lead and the star of the show, so he really stands out in this movie, because this time around there's this trying to break a curse plot device that I feel like has been there, done that scenario since the first film, and I had literally just seen the first movie to catch up on my Pirates knowledge, and literally this movie feels like the exact same thing, even though obviously years have obviously gone by since the first movie came out. And in 2017, this movie just, I don't know, the marketing had this film, calling it the final battle between good and evil, and I was thinking, well, isn't that kind of an indication that this franchise should just come to an end? There were some hints at the end that, obviously there's an end credit scene in every single one of these movies, in this one including, no spoilers by the way, but I feel like how much longer can this franchise go on until, these actors can't, go on forever. Maybe Johnny Depp could, but I don't know about anyone else. It was a miracle to have some of these other actors that we know and love return. As far as the casting goes, like I said, you've got Johnny Depp in the lead, and I really feel like Jack Sparrow is one of his well-played characters that he's played throughout his acting career. It's very memorable here, but I feel like there isn't a lot of originality in this movie with his character compared to the other films that we've seen him in playing Jack Sparrow. There really wasn't anything new besides some of the old mannerisms and like one-liners and all of that stuff. So unless you truly were invested in this character, you're not really going to feel so much for his character this time around. Now, we do have some newcomers to the franchise. You've got Brenton Thwaites, who does play Will Turner and Elizabeth's son, who's all grown up, and they showed that they had a son at the end of the 3rd Pirates movie, and he was good in this movie, but I feel like I've seen much better. But being a young actor in this movie, I feel like compared to everybody else, he definitely stood out. And like I said, Orlando Bloom plays Will Turner. He does come back for a little bit. I was really hoping to see more, because I actually love him as an actor. I loved his character, and considering his fate from one of the previous Pirates movies, I was kind of wanting to see more of what all happened there and how that expanded. But then I think the one guy to look out for was Javier Bardem's character, Captain Salazar, who turned into this really gruesome villain that, was the captain of all these other dead guys, and he was pretty scary, and we know that he could play villains well. He was decent in Skyfall. Here, I just feel like he almost felt like a very generic villain. as compared to what I have seen of him in the past, and he was motivated by revenge, but I feel like that's so cliche. Geoffrey Rush, who plays Barbossa, and once again, I always love seeing him in this movie. I also wish I could have seen much more of him because I did enjoy his performance. Scolario, who you've probably seen in The Maze Runner, and she's this other newbie to the franchise, and you know, she's sort of put in there for a love interest sort of role too, I guess. So I guess that's also kind of weird. But then I also thought it was crazy that if you don't see this movie, you will miss the Paul McCartney cameo. And if you didn't see the marketing for this film, there was a poster that came out, and you probably wouldn't have even recognized him if you didn't know he was going to be in this movie for a short period of time. So the things that I did like about this movie was obviously the action and adventure were all there. It was on point, and I did enjoy that, along with the comedy that, you know, I knew exactly what I was used to hearing and seeing, but at times I just felt like the jokes fell flat and they were coming out forced by some of the actors. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about the movie was that the third act was a tad anticlimactic, and I didn't exactly enjoy watching it, even though all the visuals were really cool, and I wasn't as excited to watching this movie, and there were situations that I found hard to follow at times, and it was kind of irritating. So overall, I would say that Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales was, you know, not the greatest Pirates film. I really felt like this was one of the weaker pirate films, but it certainly wasn't the worst. So I would still recommend seeing it if you are a fan of the Pirates franchise and you do enjoy watching Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, but I just, I feel like the story could have been done a lot better. So I would give this 3 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.